I think it would have been different celebrations for us. I think it is disappointing. I think that this in the hands of a federal. If that plan failed, they were prepared to elect.
This is London. London calling, 19 hours Greenwich Mean Time.
Вот, это Гринвич. Здесь час начинается.
Да, Greenwich.
Да, здесь начало всего часа.
Я не могу найти книги. Вы его
Да?
не видели?
Я видел его раньше, а сейчас не вижу. Вот он, Naval College. Вот туда мы идем. There's the Naval College. That's our destination for this evening. Unfortunately, I've already got the red light on my battery, so anything later will have to be on the Vado, so you probably won't hear anything. But maybe... nevertheless, we saw the river, we saw all this lovely stuff. There's the wheel. I don't know if you can see the dome. I don't think you've ever seen the dome yet. The dome is probably up there if you can see it, but you can't see it. I think they'll take us as far as the dome and then drop us off. But that's where we're going anyway. It's night, so you can't see it properly, but we'll have a meal there and then go back again. And I think they're trying... Oh, there's the beginning of the dome. Это вот dome. Это Millennium Dome, это купола. Вот такая купола для тысячелетия. Это устроил Тони Блэр. Это был большой провал. Но хороший вопрос. Зачем он построил? Чтобы отмечать тысячелетие. Теперь я даже не знаю, что у них есть теперь. Millennium Dome, you can barely see it, but that's Tony Blair's wonderful success. And for a while looked after by my namesake David James, somebody that I would regard as an icon in my profession. For some reason I've got the same name as him. I don't know whether I'll ever be such a great accountant though. I prefer not to get involved in liquidation, but certainly company turnaround is interesting if it works, and certainly startups are my thing. Startups, modelling, all that sort of thing, which is useful if you do that sort of thing, but I don't like having to deal with people who are in trouble, because I always feel for them, and if you're in liquidation you've got to be a hard bastard. Anyway, there's the dome. Looks like a kind of cake with candles in it. And there's, looking back on Canary Wharf in the dark now. There's the dome again. There's Canary Wharf. There's the river, completely black. There's the other wheel back there. It's not the London Eye, it's the Greenwich wheel. Как вам нравится Лондон? Да?
Я училась в БАС.
Да, БАС. И поэтому вы так хорошо говорите по-английски.
Ну, я еще училась чуть в Бостоне.
Да, в Бостоне. Это хорошо. А что вы там учились?
Я по моей первой специальности
Экономика,
преподаватель. Да? Нет, это хорошо, что у меня такой имидж. Преподаватель английского языка в качестве иностранца. Первая профессия.
Понятно.
Вторая сейчас у меня международный корпоративный.
Отлично. Laser here as well. This green laser pointing out nice and straight into the sky, and then bending round. You can't see that, but it bends round the Earth's atmosphere, which is strange, but they do. They do. They do, don't they do? Right, there's a bit more of the old Canary Wharf. It says on the tin that this creative Vado, this is my other little camera, that it works well in low light conditions. I'm just trying it out to see if that's the truth. It doesn't focus, you see. I can't focus it like the other thing. So it's giving just a general impression.
Yeah.
And with that kind of general
impression.
Well, that's right. And the general impression that it gives can also give it in low light conditions. But I can never focus on anything, and it still uses a hell of a lot of pixels. So and the audio comes out really low.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
there's no background
this is
noise.
An expensive one, or
well, the Panasonic cost me 4 times what this cost me.
Yeah.
But the
12 times optical zoom.
Yes, and this only has twice and it's digital zoom, which is not worth it.
Okay, no,
You know what?
that's not really sharp.
Yeah, no, it's not. And but you have to say one good thing about this. I've got it in reserve. It's got another 2 gig on it. Okay, and then the other thing is, yeah, it's just in case. And the other thing about it is, and I've used it a couple of times at conference when I run out of that. The other thing about it is you can actually have it on you all the time and even forget it's there. So if you get any opportunities, you know, like something really unusual happens, like somebody somebody kind of falls over or something funny, you've always got it with you so that you can take a film of it. So if somebody see somebody fall down the stairs, you can rush to their aid with a nice film of how they came a cropper, so that they can sue the person that put the banana skin on the stairs, and you've got something nice for YouTube.
Always something at that.
There's always something. Right, we're back to the Vado again for this visit to the Naval College here in Greenwich. We saw from the boat earlier, it's now good and dark. The Vado claims on the box to be very good at low light, and now we're going to put that one to the test. I have to speak up when I'm talking with the Vado because of course it's not that good. It has a low level of sound. I don't know if it's just a switch that I need to switch on, but I can't see it anywhere. Yes, thank you for that, thank you. Yes, if he knew where I lived in Warsaw, he would know that I don't make any presumptions about the height of steps, because you wouldn't walk far in Warsaw if you did. Oh, some nice fire there. That's very nice, isn't it? All this. So we got some sailors in the sailors' uniforms, rather old-fashioned sailors' uniforms. That's an interesting old-fashioned sailor's hat. So we're going again to our very privileged surroundings, to our very privileged meal. It's a lovely conference, lovely into a fantastic conference. One of the most memorable that I've ever had, and I've had quite a few. Even though it's London, the first time I thought London, I thought, oh dear, London, I know London well, you know, why is it in a place I know well, etc. But you can see it always through the eyes of the people you're with, so that you see the place you know well, but through new eyes. And of course it changes all the time anyway. So here we are, Naval College. Old Naval College. I've never been in this, so there we are, you see. There's a lot of things I've been in for the first time, like Buckingham Palace from the early one, and now to this Greenwich. I don't think I've even set foot in Greenwich. I think I've set tyre in Greenwich, around Greenwich area in my car, but I don't remember walking around here at any time. No, I have actually. I tell a lie. I've walked around in Greenwich, but not this part of Greenwich. I walked around in Greenwich with the people I lived in Voronezh with for a while, but I don't really remember. It was back in 1984, 5, and I was not really in a fit state to remember anything. So, that's looking back towards Canary Wharf in that direction. So we're going to the Painted Hall, as it's called. Old Royal Naval College. Are we going to get a fanfare? It looks like we are. It looked like he was going to play something, but he hasn't played anything. He's ready to play any time. Look at that, look at that. Wow, look at that. Isn't that remarkable? Isn't it fantastic? To jest niespodzianka, co?
No jest niespodzianka.
of gasps and goshes around, including from me. This is really rather grand. You have to come here. Unfortunately, the Vado isn't really going to do justice to this. Have we got a seating arrangement, or is it free? Have to check. Better stop filming because I need to check the seating. Okay, we're about to have grace from the students. Well, if grace is supposed to be a prayer, then I'm not sure how correct it is to clap at the end of it, but nevertheless,
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to inform you.
I didn't understand what they were singing. So, this is the first course. I started eating it before remembering to take a video. It's warm tart. This is the painted hall. I'm dealing with the fact that I can't really focus with this. Old Royal Naval College, Greenwich. No, we're drinking.
What city are you at?
Spire Valley Sauvignon Blanc, Marlborough, New Zealand, 2007. Pouillat Pinot Noir, Marlborough, New Zealand, 2007, and Chateau de Levant, Sauternes, Bordeaux, France, 2003. The menu is warm tart of Hampshire woodland mushrooms.
I'm on C.
That's this thing, with baby cress salad with balsamic dressing. Afterwards it's roast breast of Gressingham duck, that's like an Aylesbury duck. Fondant King Edward potato. Spiced red cabbage with a plum and star anise juice. And then we've got English pudding plates to include spotted dick. Oh, fantastic. That was definitely a good idea. Spotted dick, sticky toffee pudding, and Bramley apple crumble with custard sauce, and coffee served with handmade truffles at the end. That's what we've got. So they're going to show off the English food, traditional English food. Even with King Edward's own very own potatoes, as in the joke, little Johnny, go to the shop and get me some potatoes, don't forget to get King Edward's. And Johnny answers, Mummy, I don't mind getting your potatoes, but King Edward can jolly well afford to get his own. And then the English pudding plate with spotted dick and sticky toffee pudding, that's got to be with showcasing all the English cuisine here. We have tremendous desserts in English cuisine. One of the reasons for the obesity in this country, of course, but something which definitely will appeal to the United States colleagues amongst us, as they also like to have a sweet tooth from what I can make out.
Structure. At the end of the meeting. I never played until I was 35. I started playing hockey. I never owned my own skates.
So it says here, the buildings of the old Royal Naval College occupy the site of the Great Palace of Placentia, birthplace of King Henry VIII and Queen Elizabeth I. Placentia was demolished by King Charles II to make way for the new palace he intended to build here, which was never completed. Later, joint monarchs William and Mary commissioned Sir Christopher Wren to design a hospital, a home for disabled or aged naval pensioners, incorporating into his design, Charles II's existing but unfinished palace. The great painted hall in which you dine today was erected to Wren's design between and he's the guy that did the St Paul's Cathedral, by the way, between 1694 and 1704. Sir James Thornhill was commissioned to decorate the hall. He started the work in 1708 and it took over 19 years to complete. I don't know if you can hear me because everybody else seems to have a louder voice, but never mind, I'll carry on and hopefully you'll be lucky. The allegorical theme of the huge and exuberant lower hall ceiling is the triumph of peace and liberty over tyranny, and pays due tribute to William and Mary and British maritime power. They were the Orange people, William of Orange. I'm surprised there isn't actually a lot more orange in the design, because he did like orange colour. So here we have, beyond the arch, within the oval frame are the four seasons.
It's a long way. He's only 13, so we're dreaming. Maybe it's going to be good. It's very fast, but we don't know. So
There's a bit of a conceit there with the angels. They're discussing one of Christopher Wren's architectural drawings up there. An interesting conceit by the artist. Looks like they're discussing amongst themselves on high the design of the human building below. So then you've got beyond the arch, in the upper hall, Queen Anne surveys the continents of the world. America reputedly represented by an image of Pocahontas.
I'm really excited.
You think you own the everland you land on. The earth is just a dead thing that you claim. But I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name. You think the only people that are people are the people who look and think like you. But if you walk the footsteps of a stranger, you'll see things you never knew. There's my friend from Malaysia. We're going to sing later, right? We'll sing later. We'll sing later. Yeah. You can't hear me. It's too much background noise. Anyway, back to this piece of thing. While on the west wall, her Hanoverian successors, I used to live in Hanover, George I and his family, are shown in sober glory. Elsewhere, much use is used of trompe d'oeil, or trompe l'oeil as they call it, painting, on the columns, windowsills and in the vestibule. Tonight's performers are students of the Guildhall School of Music and Drama, and they appear by kind permission of the principal. Okay, so if we're going to have performances later, I'm going to try and obviously hold out my camera until they get going. I don't want to waste the battery before the performances happen, so we'll see you later. While I'm waiting for the performances and the further food, by the way, let's home into some of this lovely floral decor.
I fell pretty bad a few times. My back, I got some blue marks on my back, really bad, but nothing bad. But it's still.
They've given us. I'll just remove my now defunct battery camera. Oh, thank you very much.
Once you wear the equipment and you skate,
oh, there we go. Tam Minerva quam Marte. That's where Minerva ended up like dead. I don't know what it. I can't work out what that means. Greenwich.
That's right.
And look at the cutlery as well. I don't know if you can see that. It's all hallmarked with the same crest, I think.
That's perfect.
with the anchors on as we have here. I think that's the same crest on there, but it's not that distinct, probably because the cutlery is rather old and worn a little bit. But they've given us, each of us, a Haworth London 2008 keepsake in fine. I don't drop it. I'm doing it with one hand. Okay. It's in tissue paper, obviously, but it will be a lovely glass crystal. My last one got chipped that I was given by some Irish people, and isn't that lovely? I'll be able to drink whiskey out of that. Which is beautiful. My last one got a chip in it, and now it's mainly my cat that drinks from it.
I went to the US.
But that's nice. Very nice.
I was 22 and I met my wife. A little bit like a cowboy, my way or no way, and that's not, Europeans don't like that.
And now the end is near, and so I face the final cut. Oh, he is, isn't he? He did it his way though. He did it his way, but he did it a little bit his daddy's way though, didn't he? I'm not sure.
Sorry? I know, it's everybody's guess. You know, in my opinion, if I would take a guess right now, I believe McCain is still going to win because most Americans on the outside, they say they're not racial. A lot of Americans, especially in the South, they don't believe the country is ready for a black president. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I want McCain to. I want McCain to win, but it's nothing to do with Obama being black. I don't mind him. He can be whatever colour he likes, but I just like conservative politics.
Are you recording all this?
Yeah. I haven't got you to say what you think. Okay, I'll turn it off first, and then you can tell me what you think. One thing you can say, and that is this, and I say it to all, not to my friend here, but to all my viewers who watch my films. I'm addressing my viewers now. I can't vote. Because I'm not an American, you see, as you can probably tell from my voice. I can't vote, but he is the most he's going to be the most powerful man in the world, whether it's McCain or whether it's Obama. So if you're not sure who you're going to vote for, and if you want to give me the chance to influence American politics, even though I don't really have the right to, then for my sake, if you don't have any strong opinions on the matter, then for my sake, vote McCain. There you are. And you can't do that on television. This is the... I see.
Right now, if I was thinking like you were, I probably vote independent right now. Non-committal.
Right. So this is the roast breast of Gressingham duck, not an Aylesbury duck. Fondant King Edward potato. These fondant potatoes look different to the one I had the other night that was also fondant, but wasn't a fondant King Edward. Spiced red cabbage, which is very Polish, with a plum and star anise jus, which is lovely. So there we are. That's the duck. I'm going to try it. Well, I can't try it and film at the same time, so bye-bye. Right, here we go. We got the desserts coming up. Just a reminder, this is English pudding plate to include spotted dick. This being the spotted dick, many thanks. Sticky toffee pudding, which is this. Is it or is it? No, that's the sticky toffee pudding. And Bramley apple crumble with custard sauce, which is this. So there they are. That's the thing.
I tell you.
And a religious discussion on whether the extent to which you can force your children to be in your religion is raging up this end of the table. Amongst everyone's a Roman Catholic, but there are different views on how much you can make your children be Roman Catholic and how long for. and what the emphasis should be. That's an interesting discussion. I've had one ear on that, and one ear on my friends up this end, discussing Mexico and starting up new businesses. It's a fantastic evening. It's been a fantastic conference, I tell you, worth every penny. Roll on Beijing. But we're now going to get a medley of songs, as it's called. A medley of songs. That doesn't work either. Okay.
And the Russian soldiers were on the other.
A nautical theme. Oh, here we go, Gilbert and Sullivan. Being sung by the Guildhall, by the Guildhall School of Music and Drama's Young Rising Stars. Excellent. Yeah. Well, somebody's told them to pronounce their T's strongly at the end of the words. Ah, dein ist mein ganzes Herz.
It's a classic.
Dein ganzes Herz, du nicht bist, kann ich nicht sein. Oh, wie die Blume deckt, wenn sie nicht küsst, der Sonnenschein. Oh, he's good, he's good, he's good. Sag mir noch einmal, mein einzig Lieb, sag doch einmal mir, ich hab Wohin ich immer gehe. Sinken, und das ist ein Sinken, dir allein, wie wunderbar ist dein leuchtendes Haar, Sehnsucht ist dein Dein ist mein Einzelsein, nur du nicht bist, kann ich nicht. He's singing the translation now in English.
You're right.
Nah, the German's better. Oh, he knows how to sing that note.